Welcome back to the show. Start over. Welcome back to the show, fellow shop rats. Today we are on this Survivor car, this 1926 Oakland that my great-grandfather bought brand new. This car was parked for 75 years, and we've got it running and driving and back on the road again here in the last couple of years. Today my dad is on his way here, and we're going to get back into doing some of the little detail work that we need to do on this car to continue moving forward with making it more roadworthy and preserving it. I'm Mike.
This is My Cars Shop.
We haven't done anything on this car since probably November-ish, maybe. It's been quite a while. It's been parked out in the trailer for most of the winter, and obviously we had a white truck here that we were painting that finally moved, and we were able to bring this back. Well, you know, there's just been all kinds of stuff. And we kind of have to get our head wrapped around what we need to do. We know we need to replace the windshield because it's still the original non-safety glass. We want to drop the oil pan on this car and inspect the motor because this thing was not rebuilt, and we want to make sure that everything is looking copacetic and not so pathetic inside. We've got work to do to the top here. We've got floppy stuff, and well, we have a plan for that. But really today is going to be about just kind of coming up with a game plan on what we need to do. Dad's going to be unavailable for a month or two now after this, so I don't want to have the car here and have it tying up the shop when I have so many other projects that I'm doing, and I pretty much only focus on this car when he's available. So got to kind of come up with a game plan on what we're going to accomplish today and see where we go from there. So when he gets here, we'll put our heads together and we'll get going. It's been a while since you've seen this guy here on the channel. It's been quite a few months. So it's good to have you back over. So I thought today we would do the wheel. And I've just kind of gone around the car and looked at some of the stuff. Depends if we want to make a trip or not. We could work on the top. We need to get that flex seal to fix that up. I see we got trim nails that need to be put on in the interior. We got RTV on the glass. Lots of things. So if you see other things or remember other things we need to do.
Okay.
I thought today would just be those little details that we've been putting off. So
yeah. Well, did you mention the spokes?
Oh yeah, yep. We're going to have you go ahead and stain that wheel that never got done. We won't urethane them yet, but at least we'll get the stain so they all look the same. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get after it.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, I spent some time just cleaning up stuff that was in the car. There was a box of salt and pepper shakers here from our house up north that I never took in the house, and all kinds of papers from car shows. Got rid of all those. There's the information about the car itself that we use at car shows that I got to figure out what to put that in. I'll probably get a folder or something. And then our toolkit, unfortunately, won't fit under the seats or anything, so I'm just tucking it there. And for now, I got it with a wire, but I'm going to look for something vintage, like a little leather strap, like a little mini belt of some kind or something to put it there, but that's going to work good. So at least we have tools in the car at all times now. So next step for me is going to be going through and just starting to work on cleaning up the silicone and stuff from putting the glass in the car. Rembrandt is still over here going at it. So by the time you get one spoke done, you're going to be ready to go back and wipe everything off. But I do know that they're dark initially, and then I noticed over time as they set, they lighten up. So
yeah, there's quite a difference between that and
yep.
Well, this is still wet, of course.
Yeah, and when it sits out in the sun, it'll bleach up quite a bit. So.
Yeah.
And we may need to go around and do them one more time, but at least it's got some stain on it. Once they balance out and they're all similar color, then we'll go ahead and put the urethane on them. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I need to let this sit for a little bit.
I don't know. I would start back on the spokes you started on and just go slow, because I mean it's been 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can see it's soaked in here.
Right.
So
Yep.
this must be where I started
Yep.
there.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I would do, is go back and start with those and just take your time. You'll be able to tell the color variance. So.
Yeah. All right. So just wipe it off.
Yep.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good.
That looks like the front one does right there already. So,
Okay.
and it's not dry yet, so that's good. Got that window cleaned up now. Looks really good. All the silicone is basically where it needs to be. Dad got this wheel all done. Looks nice with the other one up there. So that's nice to have that part done. So this summer sometime we will get take the wheels back off and do the polyurethane on them. These two windows, but this window needs to be done yet. Like I said, this one's done. This one's all done. Dad's in here tearing his hair out trying to get these nails back in on that trim. I'm wondering if we shouldn't. I'm wondering if we shouldn't. There's brand new nails in the door over there. Maybe we just want to use those. They're in that pocket on the wall.
Okay.
That might be the thing to do. And maybe that's what we were thinking. I don't remember. Maybe we were just stuck them back in and we were going to take them out and put new ones in.
Yeah. That's old and it's bent.
Yeah.
So this door.
Yep. So what he's working on is trying to get these trim nails like this one here. You can see. Maybe you can't see. Anyway, there's trim nails in there that, yeah, there you go. You can see it's right there. Those didn't get put back in completely. We just stuck them in place temporarily. So. Crack.
Yeah. No pounding this way.
Right, yeah. That's why I gave you that handle. So I went around with Super Clean and got all the garbage off the windows after scraping. And then I went around it with some of that Motor X window cleaner that I really like after that. And that really was the cat's meow between those two products. The Super Clean really cuts the grease. And then, well, you can see there's some glaring here. Yeah, we got to do more. But Dad's doing the nails in the back window right now. You can see we still got nails there and so forth. So we're just replacing the original nails. It's a whole lot easier, I think. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to drive those in. But anyway, so went around, did all that. So windows aren't perfect. They need more. But we're going to, hopefully this year, give this thing a really good scrub down and get a linseed oil treatment on it. So I don't want to get too crazy with the glass at this point anyway, because it just doesn't make any sense. But we got to replace that windshield. So when Dad gets back from his ventures, then we'll get moving on that. So our next step, I guess, is we got all the nails done. We got the windows all cleaned up. Dad's got the rim done. I can't remember anything else that was on our list. But we've got to deal with top. We want to glue this back down and start patching up all of the bad spots in here where water can get through, cracks, stuff like that. And I believe Grandpa used tar, like roofing tar. We're going to try using Flex Seal. So we got to run and grab some. But we got lots of spots here, particularly like in here. And I think Flex Seal is going to be the answer. I've not used it for this before, but I just want something that's going to lay down in there and seal all that up. Not be a hard surface, but, you know, flex and seal. Seems like a product named Flex Seal might do that. So we're going to make a road trip, go to Wally and grab some of that, and we'll be back. So we've been just kind of coming up with a plan here. There was a big piece of top that was peeled up. We glued down with trim adhesive and put a little seam sealer to fill a couple gaps there. We're going to let that dry, but we have the Flex Seal, so we're going to see how it works to dab it into some of these places, and not used it before. So you'll learn with us, I guess. We'll start back here on this one, I guess. Can we see that one okay? Yeah, we can. Use this small brush to start. Looks like it has to kind of run down in there. My guess is it's going to take a couple of coats. Does seem to work. Yeah, that works nice. See how I just dribbled that down?
Runs down in.
Yeah, okay. I'm not crazy about how it's so much shinier than the rest, but we can hide that, I think. Let's try this one.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Maybe there's some way to put something over that and tie it all together.
My guess is it's a matter of the rest of the top around it making it shine better.
Yeah.
Wow, that worked really well. I'm pretty impressed. When I saw how runny it was, I was a bit skeptical. So we'll let that, yeah, see this is, it's already opening up again because it's running down in. So that's really good. So we'll just have to keep coming back here then and kind of drooling it in there.
Yeah. Give it a chance to set up.
Yeah. I'm not looking to care, I don't care if it makes it so you can't see the crack. I just care that it's sealed. And see that one's running down in again too. So if we dribble it, yeah, pretty cool. Can you wipe that down here? I wonder if, yep. So we find it keeps running down in the crack, so we think we're going to leave it dry for a bit, and we're going to move on to some other spots like this and see how it goes. This is a total experiment. Not used this for this before, but we will obviously have some cosmetic work to do to try to hide this a little better once everything is sealed up. But the point right now is getting it sealed. Makes me wonder if that flex putty would have been better for this, for those cracks, you know.
Oh.
I guess that brush that we bought was not the right size. Cosmetically, I'm not worried about it. I'm good enough with stuff that I can hide. You know, the shiny stuff we can dull down with satin black paint or whatever we have to do to. That's the artistry of it. This is the practical side. So I'm just getting all these little seals cracked up, or little seals cracked up. Or getting the crack sealed up. And we also don't know when we put that top dressing on how shiny that's going to be.
So that should cover everything. So
Right. But I
Maybe.
don't know. I'm like, what will it do? Will it really make
Oh.
this shiny? You know?
yeah, okay. Yeah. Shiny reveals the surface.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah. So does it make sense then to try to feather those edges?
Yeah, I was kind of did that down here
Uh-huh.
a little bit, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever goes over the top of it, they won't show through as
Right.
readily.
Yeah, I think you're right. Kind of doing this to it. We're gonna have to come back and hit that again, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's a better way to go than the tar. So, all right, we'll continue on around. So the last little project we want to do today is get this dent out. All the fenders are nice and straight except this one. And I'm not going to do any real body work on it, but I'm going to try to improve it a little bit. So we're going to do the right thing here and do some cheating techniques to try to squeeze that back together again. There we go. Okay, my squeezer is got to go this way a little bit. But we've already taken a big chunk of it out. There we go. There's a crease in the metal here, which is holding the stress in, so I'm going to try to just gently take that out. I need 3 hands to do this. There we go. Nuts. Oh, didn't get it. Had it perfect the first time.
Something I can hold.
Not really, unfortunately. There we go. Must have really taken that dent out because these pliers now aren't tight enough. There we go. Now if I can just squeeze it. Lather, rinse, and repeat. Okay, I think the rest of it is caused by this down here. Still a little bit in there.
There's a little bit of a high spot right here.
You're right. Didn't look like it, but there was.
You can see it from up here.
Okay.
Right down. A little bit there, I'd say.
High spot?
I think so.
Where did that steel block go? There it is. It's just got a little bit of a curvature to it. So.
Yeah, right in here, a little indented maybe.
Oh. Little low spot right there, right?
Right there, yeah.
It's a little high in here.
In there, yeah. And you can see that from above. Pretty close.
I think we're going to call that good for now. Got a little high spot right there. It's as good as the rest of the fenders. I'm happy with that.
Looks good.
So we could see that it was just going to continue to run and run and run down inside. So I went over it with just a little bit of seam sealer and kind of blended that with the flex. And that really filled in those gaps. So we're going to let that dry like that. And then we'll come back over it if we need to. We still got to do this spot here as well. We'll come back over all of that and seal it up one more time again in a while. But I think we made some good progress. We're kind of making it up as we go, so we can use the seam sealer down in here to kind of blend that in, and we'll get that looking a little better cosmetically too, but for now we just want to get it sealed up. So I think that's where it needs to dry.
I think so.
I think overall that looks pretty good. We could do better, but I don't want to get into metal finishing and Bondo and all that stuff, and I could spend more time hammering it, but if you look at the rest of the fenders, there's dents all over it. So, it's almost a 100-year-old car. So I think we can live with that. We got a big dent here. This is creased up in here. There's another one up there. So it goes right in line. So we're going to let all this dry up for a while, and then we'll see what it looks like. And that will be that. Lots accomplished today. We did the wheel. Dad did the wheel. Got all the nails done inside. Got all the glass cleaned as far as all of the silicone from when we put the glass in the car. Got some organization inside the car, got the dent out of the fender, and we got the first piece of getting this top sealed all taken care of. Dad's on his way home, and I'm going to get in and get cleaned up. We got a hockey game tonight. Not playing, just watching. So we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And, oh yeah, what that sign says right there, don't forget. It's important. Rock.